I'm still confident that when we start higher up the grid, we could possibly be running for podiums again. So yeah.
Well, the latest piece of the Btcc off-season narrative has arrived this afternoon as Max Hall, driver who made his debut in the JCW Mini Challenge this season, is joining the 2025 British Touring Car grid with Unlimited Motorsport. What an interesting story this is. I think Max has really impressed drivers throughout the 2024 season in the JCW Minis, a championship that can be sometimes easier said than done when competing in. It's very competitive. The JCW Minis are generally quite a big handful for drivers and sometimes take a little while to get used to, but he performed really well, pushing the likes of Dan Zelos all the way in the championship, fighting with some of the best drivers in that category. So he certainly made a great name for himself this season. It's really interesting to see him get the move up to touring cars, which is really fantastic. I think a lot of people were hoping for this. I spoke to Richard John Neal earlier in the month, and he stated exactly this, that he's probably ready to move up to BTCC level, and he said that he and his whole family wanted to make that jump if it was possible.
I would hope that the likes of Maximus Hall are going to make the move into touring cars. I know the family, not desperately, that's the wrong word, but the family want him to get into touring cars. And he's probably ready to make the move because he had such a great season. If they've got the money and if they can get a little bit more backing, I'd love to see him there.
But it's really great to see Unlimited Motorsport still at the time of speaking, with the prospect of a new team coming in for next season. Unlimited is still probably the newest team on the grid. If you're quick in the JCW Mini Challenge, you're probably going to be fairly quick in the BTCC. We've seen Ronan Pearson get a race win. We've seen Dan Zelos make a very good start in what will hopefully be plenty more years in the touring cars earlier this season. So I think it's going to be a good move for Max. It's great that we've managed to see it happen. Obviously, he's had some tests with the team and the car right at the end of this season, once the racing had finished up, and it's another good step in the right direction, I think, for the team. It's a sensible move. You think more data for the team and more experience for the drivers to learn off of each other and work together, and you know, it's another year under the belt for the Cupra. All being well, it seems that the team are going to be running that car again, and hopefully that car is just going to keep on moving in the right direction and keep improving. What do you think of this new announcement? It's very, very interesting. It's great to see Max get that big break, get that move up to the BTCC, which, as I say, I think both him and the team were hopeful for. Him and his family were hopeful for after such a good JCW Mini Challenge season, but we'll have to see what else comes out of that team ahead of a new season. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for the best of the best British motorsport and British touring car interviews and journalism. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.